QuickBooks Online is one of my top 5 bookkeeping apps that will actually change the way you do business. So we can't really have any other bookkeeping apps until we have the core accounting app. QuickBooks Online is my choice, and the main reasons why are the bank feeds. I love the way the bank feeds work in QuickBooks Online. If we go over to transactions and here to banking, then you can see how easy it is. You pretty much just go through and you can click one at a time and code things based on who it was paid to and what it was for. And you can put memos in here. If you start to see things like these matched ones, you can actually go up here to recognize, and you can select them all at once and accept them all immediately, especially if they're already matched up like that. Very, very easy to deal with. Now, the next thing I love about QuickBooks Online is the reports. So let's go to the reports. And the first thing we want to do is we want to run the balance sheet, because I want to show you how easy it is to customize the reports. That's the key here. So let's say I wanted to look at my accounts receivable. Now, there are other accounts receivable related reports that we could have gone straight to. But let's say I'm looking at the balance sheet, analyzing my company. I click into accounts receivable, and I've got this long list of just invoices and payments. I can't make heads or tails of this. But look how easy it is to fix that. Under Group By, I change it to Name. That's going to get this grouped by customer. And while that's running, I'll minimize the menu on the side there. And now notice we've got it grouped by customer, just like it said. So Amy's Bird Sanctuary, and here's the balance going in, and here are the payments that have been made against her invoice. And so on and so forth. So really, really easy to customize and get information that's really important and valuable very quickly using QuickBooks Online reports. Now, here's another really handy report that comes up a lot, especially let's say we just finished reconciling the account and we want to see what makes up the difference between the balance online and the balance in QuickBooks. Well, I clicked into the bank account from the balance sheet. We're going to choose Customize, and we're going to choose Filter, and I'm going to check Cleared Off, and it moves it up to the top. And then what I want to do is I want to come in here and run the report for only uncleared transactions. And for the date range, I want to do all dates. I want to see any transaction that hasn't cleared ever in this bank account. So I'll run the report, and now it gives me a list of transactions that make up this total, the $2965.52. Now these should add up to exactly the difference between my bank balance and my QuickBooks balance. And if it doesn't, then I need to dig a little deeper. But the point is, in less than 30 seconds, I was able to get from the balance sheet into this report. And of course, then what I often like to do with a report like this is I like to save it. So we'll save the customization, and we'll call it Uncleared Main Bank Account, right? And we'll add it to a new group, and we'll call it Seth's Reports. Add that. Save it. Now then, if I bring my menu back up, I can go to Reports and go to my Custom Reports, and there it is. And this happens sometimes. It's a bug I'm sure they'll fix soon enough, but it didn't actually land in the group, so we're going to edit that. And now I'm going to choose the group from the drop-down, and I'll save it. Next thing we can do with reports, especially once they're in a group like this, that's really cool, is we're going to edit this, and we're going to turn on the email schedule. And I want the email schedule to go weekly, every Sunday, and I'm going to enter the email address of my client or whomever it is that I'd like to be able to see this report and send this out to them. That's the automation part of customizing reports. I can automate the reports, and I do this with every single one of my clients. I make sure they get a series of reports every week that they're meant to go through, and then I schedule the time to go through it with them. The other thing that I'll just mention here very quickly is that QuickBooks Online has a great mobile app. You can get in from the mobile app and access pretty much any of this stuff. At the very highest level, and probably most importantly, if you're on the road and with a client, you can actually produce an invoice right there on the mobile app and email it to them, and they can pay you right away using QuickBooks Payments. So again, really, really easy to manage your business using QuickBooks Online, which is why it's the first of the 5 bookkeeping apps that will absolutely change the way you do business. Stay tuned for the next section on the next bookkeeping app that will change the way you do business, which is going to be Bill.com.